Hey, welcome! So today, let's talk about getting paid. But we're going to go way beyond just the number that hits your bank account. We're diving into what really makes a job feel valuable, and I'll give you a hint, it's a whole lot bigger than just the money.
So let me just start with a question for you. Seriously, think about it for a second. What makes a job, your career, truly great? Is it all about the salary, that end-of-year bonus, or is there something more to the story?
Well, it turns out the answer is so much bigger than the paycheck. And honestly, getting a handle on this shift is absolutely crucial, whether you're the one trying to hire great people or you are one of those great people. To really understand why our view on pay is changing, you gotta look at how the world of HR has completely transformed. Back in the 70s, it was called personnel, and it was mostly, paperwork. But then you fast forward, and by the 2010s, HR has a seat at the main table as a strategic partner. And today, they're seen as change champions, the ones helping companies navigate all this constant disruption. And that huge shift is exactly why the old way of just talking about salary doesn't cut it anymore.
Right, so with HR playing this much bigger, more strategic role, a whole new way of thinking was needed. It wasn't just about cutting checks anymore, they had to think bigger, which led to this whole new framework for how we think about rewards.
They had to tackle this monster question. In today's world where talent is literally your most valuable asset, how do you strategically attract the best people, keep them motivated, and make sure they stick around for the long haul? The old playbook just wasn't working.
And the answer is something called the Total Rewards Framework. Now, that might sound a little corporate, but the idea is actually super simple. It's a holistic approach. It means looking at everything a company offers, not just money, but the entire experience, from how you grow your career to your overall well-being.
This iceberg analogy is the perfect way to picture it. The stuff we always see and talk about, base salary, bonuses, that's just the tip of the iceberg. It's visible for sure, but the real weight, the real stability, the thing that acts as a massive anchor keeping people there, that's everything happening below the surface. We're talking about the company culture, opportunities for growth, feeling recognized. That's what really keeps people from drifting away.
So let's start at the top, at the tip of that iceberg. Let's talk about the tangible rewards, the stuff we all know and, let's be honest, expect.
This is the financial foundation. And of course, it starts with your base salary, any performance-based pay, and bonuses. That's the direct compensation. But the foundation is bigger than that, right? It also includes that critical layer of security. Things like health insurance, retirement plans, and time off when you need it for family. You can think of all this as the table stakes. A company has to get this stuff right just to even be in the game.
But here's where it gets really powerful. The real magic, the long-term anchor, is in the intangible stuff. These are the rewards you can't deposit in a bank, but wow, they often matter so much more. This is all about the human experience of your job. It's about having real opportunities to grow your career, not just do a task. It's that simple but powerful feeling of being recognized for your work, having the autonomy and trust to get your job done, and, working in a healthy environment where you feel connected to people. This is the stuff that builds a kind of loyalty that a bigger paycheck just can't always buy.
So this all sounds pretty good, right? But why is this holistic view, this total rewards framework, more critical right now than maybe ever before?
Well, the data tells a pretty stark story. Nearly half, 47%, of all organizations are admitting they are not confident their current rewards packages are really working. That is a massive number. It signals a huge disconnect between what companies are offering and what their people actually want.
And here is a huge piece of that puzzle. A staggering 81% of people are actively looking for companies that prioritize their mental well-being. This isn't just a nice-to-have perk anymore. For most people, it's a core demand, and that falls squarely into that intangible, below-the-surface part of our iceberg.
This slide really connects all the dots. Look at the biggest challenges facing businesses today. Employee burnout, the crazy war for talent, all this uncertainty about the future. A total reward strategy has a direct, concrete solution for every single one. This isn't a feel-good initiative. It's a real-world business strategy.
And this quote from Chief People Officer Janice Burns just hits the nail on the head. When she talks about L&D resources, that's learning and development, she's saying that investing in your employees' skills is one of the most powerful rewards you can offer. It shows you're invested in their whole career, not just their output this quarter.
So let's end where we started, but maybe with a new way of looking at it. The paycheck? That's the price of admission. It's not the main event. So the real question is, what combination of all this stuff, the tangible and the intangible, truly motivates
You. What makes you feel valued, invested, and genuinely excited to bring your A game? Because that's the conversation that is completely reshaping the future of work.